name is Jemila Sequeira, and I am the director of the Whole Community Project at Cornell Cooperative Extension in Tompkins County. Food dignity work began in 2011. However, I came to Extension in 2008. I became aware through my work around childhood obesity and also through my role as the director with the community food assessment in Tompkins County that we had food insecurity. I was also really just interested in finding out how a community that is as fortunate as Tompkins County could work together. I thought about the word dignity, and I wanted to have that really shape what I would envision is possible here. One of the things that I envisioned was opportunities for people to learn more about the food system, and to learn that from people that they could understand, people that they could relate to. Our food system, particularly regarding land and agriculture and farming, was exclusively European. I envisioned a community, a beautiful Tompkins County, where these individuals could experience the joys and the passions of their life. Who is out there? Who are those individuals who actually are, have an interest in farming but don't know about it? Who are the people who are interested in starting a business? Who are the chefs? Who are the cooks? Who's interested in teaching gardening to youth? These were the things that I saw the role of the Whole Community Project facilitating discussions and actions to bring that into fruition. I met Amanda David, for example. She's an herbalist here in Tompkins County. She's a mother, and she owns a business.
The People's Medicine Project grew out of the desire to really bring herbal medicine back to the people.
It was very helpful for me because I would have no other way to afford the tinctures otherwise, because around town they're very expensive and I can never afford them. I really need them. So I was really grateful, and I mean really grateful.
It's super important to continue the work of the People's Medicine Project because we have seen the life-changing effects that it has on folks, and we just really, the desire is there and the want is there, and we want to be able to continue the work.
We just recently completed the 7th year of the Congo Square Market.
The idea of Congo Square was built in tandem and in conversation with Jemila, who was with CCE at the time, basically was encouraging me to build this market concept where we would have multiple vendors, food vendors, soap, oils, stuff that spoke to the community and that would provide opportunities for what people could, sell goods and wares at a marketplace. The Congo Square was also in direct reflection on what was happening at the farmers market. The farmers market is historically kind of a Eurocentric event. It's not labeled as such, but you look at who the vendors are and most of the vendors, and you look at who goes there. So we wanted to create something that was our own version. So Congo Square was an opportunity for us to preserve what little culture we have left in this said corporate, kind of capitalist culture that we live in. That culture is being robbed from everybody. And Jemila really helps support us as people of color looking at eating healthy, taking care of our own, not only economic needs, but our bodily needs. When we start to see that we don't have to reach out to another community in order to find our well-being and our health, but we can lean on each other for our well-being, well, now we're starting to preserve, again, it's another element of preserving culture.
Many people were very passionate about their connection to the earth. They were very passionate about the memories that they carried from childhood, growing food with family and community. To invest in the work of Sarah Noble, who's a librarian in Groton. She is spearheading an amazing program in a rural community in upstate New York, in Groton.
We call it Healthy Free Food Tuesday, but it isn't necessarily food, it's whatever people have, because there's such a need. Mm-hmm. Well, and one of our regulars A couple of her. One is this program has made the difference between her being able to not have to choose between food and prescriptions. She can now have both. She doesn't have to choose. Another one of the women that drives her here, they're from the senior housing. I get donated yarn for her, and she knits hats and scarves from baby size to a man size.
Tompkins County and the Finger Lakes in general is so rich with resources. I mean, we have farmer ground flour. We have this stuff here, and it's just, but people don't know how to access it. In society, we just start losing that connection with people. We're so busy, we don't have time to build friendships or to give back to your communities because everybody's so busy. And I think that's one of the things that I've dedicated, and you've dedicated. Rocking and rolling with that is just making sure that people in this community are listened to and respected.
Through the Food Dignity Project, resources, the work of several people, particularly in the Incubator Project, gave folks an opportunity to take a go at their dream. Monica Arumbulo, who is a single mother in Ithaca from Ecuador, and she had a passion for creating a community where children and seniors actually have a rich relationship where they interact and they learn from one another and they enjoy life with one another.
So we started to do it, the intergeneration, which was a few kids in my neighborhood going to work in the garden with the seniors at the Titus Tower. They were very happy, and they wanted to work with the seniors. The seniors were excited about having kids come in and work in the garden. It makes me feel important. It makes me feel like people care what I felt and my ideas. I went to meetings and meetings and meetings. I felt like that was all only thing that happened. But with the Food Dignity, they give us idea. We travel, we talk about, we interact with people, and we did what we wanted to do.
This Food Dignity Research Project has allowed there to be an opportunity for such incredible people who are successfully entering into communities, such as Rafael Aponte. He's a local farmer. He does farming while brown, and he's from the South Bronx, and he has a Harvest Box program.
The Harvest Box is the farm share where folks get access to sustainably raised vegetables at low cost, and we take away some of the barriers that people have for access. So whether that's transportation or just going out into rural communities who don't have the same access to markets that folks in urban environments have, or is it if it's just money? So just tackling those barriers and making it easy for folks to eat healthy.
In spite of the challenges, we actually are more fortunate. We actually have so much to be grateful for. And I think that through Food Dignity, people had opportunities. I arranged for trips for people to go to other cities like Detroit and Baltimore and in Oakland. And we had the opportunity to see people in communities that are less fortunate. And we saw people who are really doing some really wonderful work to restore their health, to actually transform their lives regarding health.
One of the trips that I went on, I believe, was in 2012 to Detroit. And it was really eye-opening in terms of what food could look like in a community. We have to be healthy to be effective in our lives. How are we helping people? How are we helping people help themselves in this system?
It's really, Food Dignity has opened an opportunity, a chance for the community that I have lived in since 1979 to actually make sure that we experience dignity in every aspect of the food system.